The Boss Katana Go is discontinued and no longer available anywhere. Hello and welcome back to Beckler Guitars and Repair, and today I want to do a quick video on the Katana Go. So I've done another review on the Katana Go. I got this a couple months ago and I did a full review on it. It was actually pretty hard to find when it first came out. It was sold out everywhere. I managed to find one in stock at a brick and mortar store at Long McQuaid in Edmonton, Alberta, and I did a review on it. I loved it. It's a great little piece of tech. For $170, which is really cheap for what this is. It can do a whole lot of stuff. It's got a bunch of built-in different patches, all the different Katana patches. They're all editable. You can make your own. You can save them onto the device. You can download patches from the tone editor. You can upload patches to other Katana amps. It's great with headphones. You can actually adjust how it sounds through headphones, like different mic placement options. It has a whole lot going for it, and it sounds great. And for $170 Canadian, this thing is a slam dunk. I even tried it through like a tube amplifier as kind of like an effects pedal, and it worked great for that too. I'll put the link to the full review in the description as well, so you can check that out. So I like this thing so much that I wanted to buy one for a friend of mine who's recently getting back into guitar, and I thought this would be a very affordable option to get started, to get him used to a bunch of different effects. And this thing's really powerful. It's pretty much like thousands of effects you have access to through making your own and tweaking other effects and downloading effects and whatnot. So I went looking for one of these things, and I just found that they weren't available anywhere. I tried a whole bunch of different stores. I called in, everybody was out of stock. I thought this was due to this being pretty popular, and they hadn't quite restocked it yet. And then I started to look online. So when I was looking online, there was a couple sites where it was available, but when I clicked on those sites, it said out of stock. So I couldn't find anywhere to buy this online, in stores, anywhere. It was totally sold out. So I did a little bit more research into it. I looked at a few more sites. I looked on Reverb and then eBay, and then I noticed some of these listings were popping up for like 2-3 times the original price. Like these things were being listed for $400-500, which is crazy because they're $170 brand new. Then I dug in a little bit deeper, and I had found out that the Boss Katana Go is discontinued and no longer available anywhere. Here's a couple more listings for these, what people are asking for them now, because, well, you just can't get them is the issue. So I did a little bit more digging into why these were discontinued. A big reason for why these are discontinued, apparently, I looked at a couple online forums and stuff like that, and apparently the reason these are discontinued is that Boss is having a really hard time finding the components for these things, so they're not readily available, so they kind of ran out of components, so they halted production on these and marked them discontinued until they can find more components to make them. I actually reached out to Boss customer service myself, and they responded back to me, and they pretty much said as much. So here's the email on the screen here. So basically they've been discontinued because they can't find parts for them anymore, and right now they're going back into like pre-order status while they secure parts for these, and then they're going to re-release. So I'm not really sure what they're going to do with the re-release. I don't know if they're still going to be called the Boss Katana Go. Maybe it'll be called the Go 2, although I guess that wouldn't really make sense because, I mean, these just came out and people just started to hear about them. And I don't know about you, but I was flooded with these videos. So all the YouTuber reviewers were doing videos of these, and everybody was gushing about how good they were. Yeah, that's ultimately what made me want to buy one as well, because these things are marketed really, really well, and they were really inexpensive. $170 Canadian is a great price for something this powerful. So yeah, basically these are going back to the drawing board. They got to secure different parts and pieces for them, and then it's going to be re-released. So my concern with that is it still going to be the same price when it re-releases? Because I feel like this was too good of a price. I mean, $170 for something like this powerful, with so many options. I mean, it's also an interface. You can use it for recording. You can use it in an effects pedal. Just how powerful it is with all the different effects that you can download and upload. And it's really nice and portable, and the battery lasts a long time. It's a great piece of gear. So I'm wondering if they realized maybe that $170 was a little bit too cheap for what they were giving. I wouldn't be surprised if the second version is a little bit more expensive. So I want to call that right now. I'm calling it. When this thing is re-released in 6 months, it's going to be more expensive than the previous version. I would suspect around the $250 to $300 range, I would say. But again, that's just my prediction. I guess we'll see. I just wanted to make a short video discussing this because I hadn't seen anyone else discussing it, and it's kind of big news. A product was out for only a couple of months, and then it was discontinued. So yeah, that raised a lot of red flags for me. So I had to kind of get to the bottom of it and figure it out. So it looks like these are not going to be discontinued forever. They should be releasing in around 6 months, but I do suspect that the price will increase for these. So just keep an eye out for that. If you happen to find one of these in a store or something like that, or anywhere else, I would suggest picking one up, just because they might not be the same price the next time they're released, and they are great little devices. They work for so many different things, and I really do highly recommend them. And the other thing is I wouldn't go out and pay the crazy prices for these that people are asking on Reverb and eBay. I mean, I can't imagine that the newer version is going to be like crazy more expensive. I can see them raising the price a bit, like I said, but I don't think it's going to jump up to like the prices that people are trying to get for these now, like $500, $600. So I think you're better off waiting for the new version, unless you can find one of the first versions for sale at the original price somewhere. But that's it. Short video today. Just something I didn't see a lot of people discussing that I thought was, interesting information. Thanks for tuning in to Beckler Guitars and Repair, and I'll have more for you really soon. Thanks a lot. Go get one of these.